How's it going? For my Chapter 8 assignment, I decided to do a repo and towing company, but on a higher end. So I would repo like luxury cars and construction equipment that is worth a lot more money. I would put my building out on Brawley School Road or somewhere out there on the richer part of town just because I'm looking to repo higher end cars. And there's a lot of traffic and wrecks out there, so I feel like I could get a lot of business doing roadside assistance and towing cars from accidents and whatnot. Tow trucks are around 15 grand to 50 grand, so I just kind of met in the middle, and I was going to spend $20,000 per truck, and I would buy 3 of them, which would leave me 60 grand on trucks. I would need a phone in my office, so I would spend around $60 on a phone bill per month. I would need a pretty decent sized building, so I figured 3 grand is fair to say on what I would spend on rent. I would want 2 computers because I have 2 office people, so I'd spend around $1,000 on computers. And one thing I figured out doing research on is that license and insurance is about 5 grand when starting up a business, and you also have to get renewed every year, but I don't know how much it is to get renewed. I imagine it's probably just the same. So my fixed cost would be around $69,000. I'd have 3 drivers that work 5 days a week, getting paid $20 an hour. And I'd have 2 office people making $15 an hour, working 9 to 5, 5 days a week. My drivers is a little different because I want my services to be 24 hours. So their hours would just vary depending on, I guess, when they would get scheduled or when they are available to work. And so I would spend around, and drivers also make commission off what they repo. And so, but I'm just doing this based off the hourly wages because it's hard to say like on what I would repo. It's not a real business. So my payroll would be around $216,000 starting out. And now going into my variable cost and what I would make. I just did examples because it's hard to like say what I would make, so I just did it for instance. So if I were to repo 4 cars a day, 7 days a week, for 12 months, I'd make around $110,000 just in that. Now based off my like what I found on the internet and doing research, some repos can get up to like 10 grand based off what it is, whether it's construction equipment or just luxury cars like a Bentley or Lamborghini or something like that. But I did it for $7,000 if the repo is worth $7,000. If I did 2 of those a month, each month for a whole year, I'd make around $168,000. Tow trucks charge around $125 per tow. So if I did 8 cars a week each month for 12 months, I'd make around $84,000, and then I would charge $40 for roadside assistance. And if I did 20 cars a month, I'd make around 10 grand in that, which would bring out my to around $380,000. Now going forward 3 years, I would just say I feel like my business would just double and I would make a lot more money. So I figured I'd be bringing in around $760,000 a year, and I would probably just add a driver, bringing in my payroll to roughly around 300 grand. Again, just based off hourly. And then I would buy another truck, which my fixed cost would add about another $20,000. And that would just put it around 90 grand. And yeah, that's my business.